Today we propose you a quick overview of the SAP Analytics Cloud functionalities for extended planning and analytics. SAP Analytics Cloud is accessible through your web browser, and the landing page can be personalized according to your preferences. Let's go into favorites to start planning with the general planning story. From here, we go directly into our strategic plan. The value driver tree is a graphical representation of the gross margin's major components. We adjust the labor unit cost for 2023 by adding 5%. The impact is immediately visible all the way to the gross margin. We then adjust the number of expected units by using the slider. The value driver tree is useful for quick changes at an aggregate level. However, the standard table remains more appropriate for detailed changes. From my landing page, I access my P&L overview to modify my sales predictions. I start by increasing my total sales forecast by 10%. The new total seems high, but I am happy with my services sales forecast. I will lock the cell holding the services sales forecast and go back to my total forecasted sales to reduce it by 5%. Notice that my services sales did not change, but my product sales absorbed the full 5% reduction. Next, I want to distribute my forecasted sales in the same proportion as my year-to-date actuals. I start by unlocking my services sales, then right-click on my total sales forecast to select Distribute Value. The tool gives me the choice of adding to or replacing the values, as well as various types of allocation. I will choose to overwrite the values and manually key in the actual sales as input weights. You can now see that the forecast is proportional to actuals. Certain data transformations require more processing power or are more complex. We then propose the data actions, which can be started manually or scheduled to be executed in the background. Data actions allow you to copy data, distribute and allocate data according to chosen drivers, and publish private versions to all collaborators. In this example, I use a price index as a driver for my sales forecast. For now, everything is set at 100. My sports line is struggling, so I set the price index to 30, but you see that there is no change in my forecasted sales. I will click on the Calculate Data Action button to apply the updated price index to my sales forecast in the table above. Once the job is finished, I can see the results of the price drop on my product sales. Sometimes it can be wise to work in a private version that can also be shared with colleagues for easy collaboration. It can then be published to the wider group. In this product costing example, we can see that the indirect expenses have not been allocated to products. To be safe, I choose to execute the allocation process in a private version to make sure that the results are as I expect them to be. I will now see my new version next to the forecast with the new distribution of indirect expenses to my product lines. Now that I have my private version, I can access the version management panel and choose to share it as read-only or in edit mode. I noticed that the controller mentioned the missing allocations in her comment, so I choose to share my new private version with her so that she can see the allocation results. I also send her a short comment for us to review the results together before publishing them to the wider team. SAP Analytics Cloud comes with embedded artificial intelligence functionalities. The AI can help you with in-depth analysis of your data, but also with predictive forecasting. Let's see how this works in more detail. SAP Analytics Cloud proposes multiple graph types to analyze your actual and planned data. You can get access to more detail straight from the graphic using drill up and down capabilities. Additional analysis is also generated by artificial intelligence, like our Smart Insights feature, which shows you details behind the values like variance explanations, top contributors, and how the measures are calculated. Let's now go to the P&L overview page to look at more AI-driven capabilities. I want to use AI-driven forecasting to predict my annual sales. I select my 2020 forecasted product sales and open the Predictive Forecast tool. At this point, I only want a partial forecast, so I choose April to August as my forecast period. I can also choose my algorithm, so I select triple exponential smoothing. Once the tool finishes calculating the prediction, it shows me a preview of the forecast along with a quality rating. I can either click OK to bring the prediction back into my story, or choose Back to select different parameters. We hope you enjoyed this overview of SAP Analytics Cloud, highlighting how you can analyze, plan, and predict all in one single solution.